If you're having difficulties printing with your Epson EcoTank 5180, then stay tuned because I'm going to give you a solution in this video. Hey YouTube, what is going on? Brandon here with another printer repair video. And today I've got the Epson EcoTank 5180. Essentially, if you're having issues printing blank pages, you're not able to print a certain color, or you have a general and overall print quality issue, lines coming up, streaks of color coming up, just overall your print quality is not where it needs to be, then you're gonna wanna watch the entirety of this video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If this video ends up being helpful to you, please make sure to like the video. Any questions at all, comment below. And if you want more content like this, please make sure to subscribe. There's a ton of videos on my channel showing you how to repair various different printer models. And so you'll want to subscribe and check out some of the videos on my channel that may be applicable to you. Now also, if this video is very helpful to you and you want to go above and beyond and support, you can actually leave a donation with the new super thanks button down below. You can leave anywhere from $1 to as much as you would like. Of course, it's above and beyond, but it is always greatly appreciated. So how are we going to solve this problem that we're having with our 5180 or similar model, I will add, because what I do in this video is going to apply to this printer, but it's also going to apply to printers that have a very similar print head. It's going to work the same way. Now, the way we're going to solve this problem is with the Best Printers Cleaning Kit. This is a product that's going to be linked in the description below. Essentially what this product is and does is you're gonna have some cleaning solution and you're gonna have a 20 milliliter syringe. But not only that, you're gonna get a bunch of attachments. So you're gonna have attachments for various different printer models. But for this printer specifically, you're only going to need the silicone tubing that is already connected to the syringe. We'll get into that later. But essentially what you need to do with this product, you need to take your syringe, fill it up with cleaning solution, and you're gonna push it through the print head. That sounds very complicated, but I'm gonna simplify it in this video, going step by step on what you need to do to be able to use this product on your Epson EcoTank printer. Just generally, let me explain what is happening with your printer. Essentially what has happened is the print head has either dried up or been clogged with dried up ink or sludged ink. One of those two things has happened. Now you may have already run a power cleaning, a printhead cleaning. Those functions are good up to a certain point, but this product is going to totally unclog and unblock the printhead from dried up and clogged ink. That is why there is solution. So essentially what we're doing is we're pinpointing what colors are giving us the most issues. If it's one color, we're working on one. If it's multiple colors, we're working on multiple colors. And this video is broken up into sections and it's gonna give you a good guide, but I highly recommend you watch from the beginning all the way until the end because you're not gonna wanna miss any of these steps. So you're taking cleaning solution, pushing it through, and I'm gonna give you instructions along the way while I'm doing it on my printer. Now, there are instructions on the back of this packaging that you can use, but you're gonna wanna use these instructions along with the instructions in this video because this video is specific to this printer. These are general instructions. You have the website, you have product links, and you have just some general information on there that will help you and guide you in this process. All right, so why don't we go ahead and get started with this repair. Alright, so the first thing we really need to do is prepare the printer for the cleaning that we're going to do. Now to do this cleaning, we need the print head to be centered. But right now, it's in a locked position to the right. You can see it there on screen. And so to move it out of that locked position, there's a process we need to go through. But just so you understand, you cannot do this cleaning if your print head looks like this, where it's off to the right and it's locked in place. What you're going to need to do is go to your settings. Within the settings, you're actually going to select maintenance. And when you select maintenance, you're actually going to have the option to do a print head nozzle check. You're going to select print on this. And when you select print, the print head is automatically going to start moving back and forth once it's ready to print. And once you hear the print head going back and forth, that is when you're going to need to unplug the printer. Now, this seems kind of out of the ordinary. Why should you have to do this? This is the easiest way to do it so far that I have discovered on this specific model. So now you see that the printhead is actually unlocked and in a position where you can adjust wherever you need it to be. Of course, now you want to remove that piece of paper that was going to be printed. So this is everything you're going to use for the cleaning, except for there's one thing missing. It's a small screwdriver. I'm going to be linking that in the description below. You're going to need that to actually remove the printhead cover. But aside from that, this is everything you're going to be using primarily to clean the printheads. All of these items are very important, from the paper towel to the cleaning kit. Now, luckily with this printer, we're not going to be tinkering too much with the different pieces in this kit. You're really just going to be using the tubing that's already on the syringe. So that makes it really easy. So the purpose of using this paper towel is actually going to absorb a lot, and usually in some cases 100% of the fluid that's being pushed through the printhead. And so you don't want a big mess pulling at the bottom of your printer, so you're going to use a paper towel. Now you can switch out this paper towel at any point that you would like to. Just make sure that you're replacing it with a new one so that there's always paper towel under the printhead. So this is the small Phillips head screwdriver. It's a Husky that I'm going to be using. I'll link this in the description below. There's just one little screw on the right corner of this printhead cover that you need to remove. And once that screw is removed, you can remove the cover, and that pretty much gets us access to the cartridges, which those cartridges that have the tubes connected to them, those can be removed. You actually do want to remove those, set them off to the side, and you'll see how I do that in a second. You're not disconnecting anything, you're just moving them to the side. And then you're going to have access to the actual print head nozzles. That is what we want to clean today. That's what we want to focus on today. So right now we are working on removing those cartridges. What I call these are makeshift cartridges because they're simply a conduit for ink to pass through. And in some rare cases, you may have to do a cleaning on these cartridges. You can really just tell though if you look at them from the side. If you can see ink flowing from the top to the bottom and you move it around and the ink kind of splashes around, then you're good. You don't have to do any cleaning to the ink cartridges. But what you really need to clean right now is, of course, the printhead nozzle. The first nozzle I'm going to be cleaning is the black ink nozzle. Now you really want to make sure of what colors are giving you the most issues. If you're not having an issue with a certain color, I really wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't clean it. But even if you're having a small issue with one color, you really want to make sure to clean it, because if you don't take this opportunity to clean it, you then have to go through this whole process over again when you notice that that color is not printing the way you need it to print. That is 100% at its capacity. So what we're doing is we're attaching this silicone tubing to the nozzle. It should fit all the way down to the bottom. It should be very tight. And then you're simply pushing the cleaning solution from the syringe down into the nozzle. So what this does is it breaks up any blockage and it pushes out the dried up ink. You're going to want to repeat this process with all of the colors again that are giving you issues. If a color is printing just fine, you can skip it. So what we're doing is we're actually doing a full printhead cleaning. We're not doing a specific color. We're just coming at it from the perspective that all these colors need to be cleaned. And so the next color I'm moving over to is going to be cyan, and then next to cyan, moving to the right, is magenta, and then finally yellow. So that is going to be the pattern: black, cyan, magenta, yellow, when you're starting from the left going on to the right like I am. So that should give you a good idea. You can also take a look at the nozzles themselves. You're going to see the color of the nozzle. Now, if that's cleaned off for some reason or you don't see that, what you're going to want to do is before you uninstall the cartridges, you're going to want to take a picture so that you know what the color pattern is. If you're still having issues with figuring out what the color pattern is, I would just have that documented. So we've moved from cyan. Now we're moving on to magenta. And really what I would do is I would push about 10 milliliters of cleaning solution through each one of these nozzles. Now, if you have a massive cleaning that you're needing to do and you're not printing anything, you're printing blank pages, push about 15 to 20 milliliters. You want to stay away from 20 because you want to have some left over just in case, so that you can do some additional cleaning if you have to do this a second time. That is one thing about this cleaning. It's not just a one and done in all cases. Sometimes it is, but in other cases, what you will have to do is you'll have to put everything back together, run a printhead nozzle report, and then if it's not up to par, you're just gonna have to come back and do it again. I've seen this happen where you might have to do it about 3 times, and then along with the entire process, which is also doing a power cleaning, which you'll see later on in this video. Now, if you're not able to push cleaning solution through and you feel a lot of resistance to the point where you're really having to apply pressure, stop applying that much pressure, back away from what you're doing. What you will need to do is actually warm up the cleaning solution over, in hot boiling water in a pan. And so once you have that hot solution, you're going to come back and then apply that hot solution to the nozzle. So we're just putting everything back together. Make sure that all the tubing is connected. Make sure that all the cartridges, the correct color goes in the correct spot. And then you're going to replace this printhead cover. You're going to replace that tiny Phillips head screw. And once you have all of this attached, then you want to make sure that everything is dry. I would wait 24 hours before you power anything on and go on into the next steps, just to make sure that all the cleaning fluid is totally dried up. To ensure that, you're going to wait 24 hours. Once that 24 hours has transpired, you can then go into the rest of the process that you need to do in order for this printer to get back up to printing normally again. Dry everything off with a towel during this 24-hour period. And so once everything is totally dried, everything is totally put back together, and you're 100% confident in what you were able to do, then you're going to power on the printer. Once the printer is powered on, what you're looking to do immediately is you're looking to do a power cleaning. A power cleaning, you're going to find that in the maintenance section. It's going to be the third option. You see it there, power cleaning. You're going to select that button. And essentially, why do you need to do a power cleaning if we just did a manual printhead cleaning? The purpose of the power cleaning is to actually push ink back into the system. So if you did this power cleaning without the cleaning solution, all you're doing is pushing extra ink into the system, and sometimes that breaks up the blockage. But if that didn't work for you, you're now using the cleaning kit, and you used a more direct method, a stronger method. And so, but once that method is over and you've already pushed everything out, you need all that ink to be pushed back in. So once that ink is pushed back in, you should be able to be printing normally again. One last important thing I will say is you need to make sure that your ink tanks are totally full before doing a power cleaning. So if you need to fill them up beforehand, go ahead and do that. So here we see 100% of our color is back on our nozzle report. This is what your nozzle report should look like. If it had lines or streaks or color missing, then you really want to pay attention to that, and that'll help you going forward with additional cleanings or maybe just an additional power cleaning. So I really hope that this video was helpful. If it was, please make sure to like. Any questions at all, comment below. And if you want more content like this, please make sure to subscribe. And remember, all of the product links down in the description below. I'll also be leaving a link to some remanufactured ink so you can top off your ink tanks. But that's really all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.